Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Siddiqui. I'm a voracious book reader, and today we're talking about this book that I finished reading in digital form. It is my second book of this year where I am reading it in digital form. So I'm usually not a digital reader, and I've not really enjoyed it in the past, but I've got reintroduced to digital reading, and I'm beginning to enjoy it. I am beginning to understand why people like it so much. So, this book, Perfect by Judith McNaught, is the book that I finished reading this week. And I am a big fan of Judith McNaught. I will always recommend her books because I really like her so much. She was the first author that I read in novel form, and I became truly in love with her writing style. She kind of writes her characters in such a manner that you get attached to the character, you kind of live life through that character. And the character building is so amazing that you understand each character, whether it's a positive character or a negative character. You kind of understand what their thought process is, and you sympathize with them, regardless if they are negative also. So Judith McNaught has always been one of my favorite authors, and I would recommend her anytime. This book was an interesting book, just like all her romances. Amazing guy and girl. Um, The only thing that I felt was that the story was a little drag at the beginning, where nothing much was happening. The guy had kidnapped the girl, and they were put together because of different things, and the story wouldn't move forward. I felt it was just like stuck in one place, and nothing was happening, nothing exciting was happening. So I think the story could have been reduced because it was a good story, but if it was shorter, it wouldn't have bored anyone. I kind of got bored there because I felt the story wasn't moving forward. But generally, I think it was a fun story, apart from the fact that it was a little slow in certain areas. But with June McNaught, you know that the guy and the girl will get together at the end, so you kind of satisfy that way. That is like a positive end that you know will happen. So that is the reason why I kept going and reading it, because I knew something good would happen, even though right now the story is at its lowest point, which is kind of life. I'm just hoping that every life has a good ending, just like Judith McNaught stories. Anyway, I'm going to recommend Judith McNaught because I'm a fan of hers, and I will recommend you reading this book, Perfect, if you haven't read it. If you are into romances, this is the book for you. Any book of Judith McNaught, if you're into romances, just go ahead, pick it up and read, because good books. I love the way she writes. Big fan. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that, because I'm going to come back next week with another book that I have finished reading, and I will tell you all about it. Until then, you guys stick around. I will see you soon. Bye.